Whoa, 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 what are you doing?
In researching all things girlish, the Jackal came across pertinent information regarding flowers and how to get the most out of their blossoms and fragrance. Turns out you have to change the water every day.
Okay, why do you care about flowers?
Because the Divine One does?
Okay, sit down.
No, I'm sorry. She may be coming home any minute, and I can't leave the
You need to put the
paper.
vase down right now and sit. This is ridiculous. The way you're acting, I've seen it over and over. Guys falling all over themselves for Brenda. Do not get sucked into that.
Stone Cold, I am entering the Brenda vortex willingly and happily.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be running around in circles for flowers. You got more important things to do, like finding me a lead on the Balkan. Do you understand that?
Yes, and research into the fiend known as the Balkan proceeds apace, but I'm sorry, I have to go now.
Spinelli!
The farmer's market that sells the organic produce that she's craving is closing soon, and will you water those for me? Thanks.
Just let me know when the shipment's due. Okay, Bernie? Thanks. Carly, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Like you can't figure it out?
No, and please don't make me. I already have a headache.
How could you bring Brenda back to Port Charles and not warn me?
That wasn't part of the original plan.
I mean, there are 1,000 guys that are more than happy to hold her hand and get her through anything. She doesn't need you, Jason. I need you.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't call. I was in work mode.
You were in Brenda mode, and everything else takes a back seat. You were supposed to be different.
This is starting to feel like a conversation I can't win.
You don't owe Brenda anything. You were married to her for 5 minutes. You're not at her permanent beck and call, and hell, I don't expect Brenda to realize that, but I would expect you to realize that. Instead, you're letting her use you.
Use me?
Yes, use you. Brenda is a spoiled brat who has forgotten a toy, and now she wants to play with it again. Now, who that is, I don't know if it's Jax or Sonny, but she wants back in, so she calls you. Why couldn't you just say no? Hell, why couldn't you keep her in Rome?
You think I want Brenda living with me? She drives me crazy. I wouldn't have brought Brenda back here if it hadn't been the only way to save her life.
Well, I guess...
Spinelli, I got here as fast as I could. Is everything okay?
The Jackal urgently requests Fair Samantha's assistance, as she is the only one that possesses the gift of reason when it comes to Stone Cold that is most stubborn.
Oh, of course. What's going on?
Okay, well, as you know, we have a new guest at Casa de Stone Cold, one lovely of visage and sensitive of nature.
Brenda, yeah.
Anyway, she's a delicate flower, and she requires care and handling, but Stone Cold doesn't understand that. He treats her harshly when he should be doing more to see to her comfort.
Jason keeping Brenda safe is an entire inconvenience to his lifestyle. That's not enough.
Well, the Divine One hides her vulnerability behind a charmingly tough exterior, but it is a front. She needs reassurances in these times of danger, maybe even a distraction. Not that I'm suggesting any sort of romantic attachment, because I mean, everyone knows that Stone Cold's heart belongs only to you.
Well, Brenda may need reassurance, but I don't. I've had a moment of insecurity, but I'm over it.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. So you'll talk to him.
Spinelli, look, here are the facts, okay? Jason and Brenda, they rub each other the wrong way, to put it very lightly. He is keeping her safe, letting her live in his house. If I were you, I wouldn't expect anything more than that. And I wouldn't worry. I'm sure Brenda won't have any trouble finding whatever support she might need.
Then we got back to Port Charles. Her hotel suite, her apartment was trashed. This is not a game, Carly.
Okay, fine, but Brenda is a big international celebrity. Her fashion house can't provide security.
Well, they do, but it's not good enough. Brenda's been gotten to way too many times.
Then why not protect her in Rome? Why the hell did you have to bring her back here?
Because Europe is the Balkans' territory.
Who?
The Balkan is the guy who's after Brenda. I want him to come to Port Charles. It's to my advantage.
What the hell did she do to him?
Well, the assumption is that he's pissed because Brenda and her charity shine way too many lights on his operation. I personally think there's way more to it, but she's not talking, and I can't prove anything.
You see? Right there. That's why I can't stand her. She has information that would help you save her, but she won't tell you because she's too consumed in her own drama. I hate this. I hate that Brenda is back, ruining everything.
She's not going to stay here if that's what you're worried about.
And how can you be so sure?
Because once the Balkan is taken care of, she said she's going to be on the first flight home.
Yeah, well, she may just have found a reason to stay.
What does that mean?
I just saw Brenda in Jax's office right before I came here. I'm afraid he's fallen back in love with her.
Tell me about your charity work.
Yes, I'm trying to find out if you have my father in custody, Luke Spencer. What do you mean you can't tell me now? Okay, I'm gonna call back tomorrow.
Hey, Lulu. I'm returning these outfits that Maxie loaned to me. It turns out I won't be needing them at all.
Oh, really? Well, they're not really your style, but you could totally pull them off.
Actually, I don't even want to look at them because it's a really bad reminder of a dumb impulse that I had.
What happened?
Okay, I got insecure about Brenda's relationship with Jason, but I'm over it. I'm gonna rise above it. Jason loves me, and I've decided to trust that.
Well, this doesn't make me happy.
What?
You're here, and Brenda just left.
She's got Maximila.
That doesn't help. I don't have half as much confidence in those two goofballs as you do.
Well, I can't be with her 24/7. You have to trust that they're going to do a good job.
Jason, they're so besotted with Brenda that all they can do is open the door for her and let her walk through it to God knows where.
Well, just try not to worry about it.
Maybe not about her physical safety, but how worried should I be that she's decided she loves Sonny and she's on her way to tell him?
Well, I would have probably had the same reaction if Dante had jumped on an international flight to rescue his ex. I mean, that has to be unsettling.
Yeah. But you know what's ironic? Jason actually seems like the only one who's not bowled over by Brenda. I mean, he would take a bullet for her because he would have to, because it's his job, not because of the way he feels about her, you know? I mean, Spinelli, on the other hand, that's a little different. He seems to be kind of blinded by her. He's like walking into walls and stuff. Same with Max and Milo. I've seen it happen. I'm not sure about Sonny and Jax or how they feel about her or what's going on, but I don't know. I bet nothing's changed.
I don't know. I don't know about Sonny, but I know that Jax is with Carly. So.
Is it weird that I kind of wish that they hadn't been together? I mean, I just wish that maybe Jax or Sonny or Murphy Sinclair would be the one to rescue Brenda. Anyone but Jason.
I'll tell you, I'm done worrying about Sonny and Brenda. That's for them to figure out.
Well, you're probably smart. None of us can control love or destiny or whatever it is that's driving Sonny and Brenda. But what I can control is her professional life. And to that end, Cartulo wants her in Paris next Tuesday for a shoot.
She can't go.
She has to go.
No, she can't. The Balkan can get to her in Europe. That's why I brought her back here. So she's going to stay here.
Jason, shouldn't you want her gone? I mean, she's only been here a couple of days, and already she's wreaking havoc on everyone around her. Herself, most of all.